This is the Momma Fit Podcast. This podcast is dedicated to all those mamas out there that want to fit a workout in a day, or want to fit in a moment of bliss, or hey, you want to fit into those skinny jeans. Dana Dieters is the host of Momma Fit Podcast. She's a mother of two beautiful girls, a wife, and entrepreneur. Her passion became her profession when she had a wake-up call about 15 years ago. With the support of others and a positive attitude, she was able to overcome the hurdles in her life. This mama strives to wake up and conquer each day to make it better than the day before. Her passion for business and education to others is what drives this mama to be the best version of Momma Fit. With Dana's background, she hopes to help you with your business, health and fitness needs, family time in the kitchen, and give you motivation and inspiration to tackle your day. And most importantly, to help you fit in your Momma Fit time.
Welcome back to the Momma Fit Podcast. It has been a little bit of time, and I know I say this every single time. It got a little crazy this last month of November. I had a free challenge going out, and it was a fun time. I love doing that. So, but it does take some time away from other things. But I am back, and we're talking about the holiday season and your fitness regimen, because you got to keep up that throughout the holidays. One, so you don't gain the weight from all those cookies, and it just makes you have healthier choices with less stress in your life. So, like I said, the holiday season can be very easily to derail even the most dedicated exerciser. But here are some tips to help you stay fit through the new years. You're busy, you're stressed, it's chilly out, so why not take a break from your fitness program until the new year, right? I've heard this time and time again. This is when my schedule with my personal training clients gets slow, because there's always excuses. There's parties. They have better things to do than to get a workout in. Sure, you can always come up with an excuse not to exercise, but remember, slacking off on your fitness program during the holidays will only leave you with more pounds, more stress that comes into the new year. And I totally get it. I understand. It is a very stressful time. We have a lot of things to do. It's difficult for many people to try to stick with an exercise program. So some suggestions to keep you motivated and disciplined are the first steps. It is to acknowledge that the holidays will affect your exercise program to some extent. So don't have these huge goals of losing 20 pounds in a month, which is crazy enough anyway. But don't have the unrealistic goals, because you need to make sure that you can fit in those workouts to fit with your goals. So make the adjustment that will help you stay fit during the season. For example, if you want to take exercise classes only offered at a certain time, skip the classes and take a hike or a swim if you cannot make it to class. So try something else that might not be a time that will work. So if you do like a 6 p.m. class, but it's not going to work on this day, don't skip working out altogether if it doesn't work for you. Just try a different time and a different exercise. So take an honest look at your schedule, and instead of trying to squeeze an exercise into your schedule, take other things out. So the goal is not to do more, as we always have a tendency to do this time of year, but to do less. But what you do, make it well. Do it well. It's also important to keep fitness priority in your schedule. So whether or not you already have a well-established exercise habit, make sure it's actually scheduled time in your day for your exercise. So have it in your planner, like you are going to work out at 5 a.m. in the morning and you're going to make it happen. There's nothing like having an entry on your iPhone and it says exercise, and you don't do it. And then you feel like you can't check that off your list. So maintaining a schedule, a workout schedule, is even more important this time of year, because most of us tend to eat more than usual. And most of the time it's not the great stuff. It's more of the sugary, more fat-laden foods. So really focus on getting your workouts in, at least to keep track of that. And when you do work out, if you start your day with a workout, you actually do make better choices with your nutrition, because you're like, well, I already, worked out. I don't want to spend all the time eating the food that I just spent working out. So make sure keeping your same schedule, but striving to add an extra workout in is a must. So if you can squeeze in something else, if you can't do a class that you like to do, work out at home. There are so many programs that you can do at home. You can use everything on your house. You can use your stairs to do running upstairs and down for a cardio workout. You can do squats. You can do push-ups. You can do all kinds of things. You can make it work. And I have an excellent program on my online program. It has workouts you can do at home. So those are easy, where you don't have any excuses of having to go somewhere. So not only will this make a difference physically for you, it'll also mentally remind you that your number one objective is to stay healthy throughout the holidays. All right, second tip is be flexible and mix it up. Here are some more tips for staying fit during that time crunch, temptation-packed holiday season. Be flexible when your days get busy. Instead, simply blowing off your 5 p.m. trip to the gym in favor of an office party at that same time, wake up an hour earlier and go for a walk or jog or lift or fit in a brisk walk within your lunch hour. You can easily do something. It's just fitting that time, being more on a schedule. Next, mix up your routine to avoid that boredom. If you usually run for 4 days a week, try doing some swimming or weightlifting twice. The novelty of new exercise will hopefully be stronger motivation that you need to do something else during that normal exercise time. Another thing is to save that time by combining your exercise with the family commitment. So, for example, hauling the kids up a hill a few times when you're doing your sledding trip is beneficial as a jog. So taking the family snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, or backpacking trip will provide that exercise as well as a quality time with your loved ones. Another thing is creating a home workout routine for those times you can't make it to the gym. You do your crunches, your push-ups, and many other exercises that can be done without gym equipment. Increase your time management skills over the holiday season. So organize your day that evening before. This is what I do. I prioritize the tasks beforehand that will help me find time to exercise. So making sure I fit in my exercises, my workout times I work out 6 days a week. So I make sure I do the same day. I work out basically Monday through Saturday. So that's me, but that's how I work out. Everyone is completely different, but make sure that you can fit in the times that work best for you and your schedule. Just make sure you set yourself up with success by taking those days as your workout days. Another thing too is for me to get really organized, and I know that I'm going to get up in the morning. I get up in the morning before my kids wake up. And that's how I get my workout in every single day. So I wake up at 5 o'clock. I set my workout clothes at night before I go to bed, because that's super huge for me. If I don't have it sounds really stupid, but I need to have those workout clothes in my bathroom. I change right away. I don't think about it. I don't think about anything. I just get up and do it and then go down in my studio and work out. And I work out at home. So I don't have to go anywhere. So it's super easy. So everyone's going to be different. You might have to go to a gym or whatever, but make sure it's easy for you to wake up and get going. So whatever you have to do the night before, do it. Walking is another exercise that can go anywhere from the woods to the mall. Okay. So if you don't have a lot of time, put on your walking shoes, your running shoes, and just go walk. You don't have to have fancy workout clothes. You can just go. So just getting the steps in for your day is going to help you out for sure in that holiday season. All right. So my next category is those cold weather workout tips. I have 5 of them. If cold weather is in your fitness activities, since I'm from Minnesota and we kind of have to have something to do outside, I really like to have different things I can do outside that's also a workout kind of plan. Okay, so going skating. So lace up your skates. If you like going ice skating, go out there. During the winter, it is, most of the time it's too cold or too dark or too slippery or to go outside for a walk or a run. So my best thing is to go skating. So whether you go to a local pond for a hockey game or just go ice skating, just make sure that you take advantage when there's no windshield, because that's always hard when you are outside and there's that wind. Another thing, try to make sure you are dressing appropriately. So if you really need to be outside in frigid weather, add layers of thermal underwear, which will keep you both warm and dry by wicking sweat away from your body. And on those days when the air feels too cold to even breathe in, that is a signal for your body to stay indoors. So cold air can trigger exercise-induced asthma. That's what I have. And that could be, your symptoms can include that wheezing, chest tightness, coughing, chest pain, and shortness of breath. So don't push it. Okay, guys. Another one is try a new home routine. So body weight routines are great for exercise with no equipment that can be done in your home. There's also my program that I was talking about before. I have a 1-hour program and a 30-minute program, which is for an entire week. Every week is something new. You get new workouts every single week. It's great. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about what you're doing. It's already laid out and you have your plan. So you can either set up a gym if you want to do something like your cardio, get a treadmill, elliptical machine, or a stationary bike, whatever you enjoy, make sure you get that. Don't get something that you think you should have because you might not use it. So that is it's important to be realistic with yourself. So give yourself a little slack, especially around the holidays. After all, it is time to have fun and be with our family and friends. And if you have a rigid attitude toward your diet and exercise, you may end up just giving up because you've set the standard too high. Again, with your goals, make sure they are doable. So allow yourself some cheat days. In reality, what matters is the overall total calories you consume and overall total expended through your physical activity over the entire holiday period. 1 or 2 splurges are not going to derail your efforts, okay? Remember though, even if you find yourself simply too bogged down to exercise at all during the holidays, that's no excuse to stay inactive once the season is over. So make sure you get on track. Get on a challenge if you need to get back on track. That is huge. A lot of people like to do the challenges because it forces you to get on something and have motivation that way. If you do fall off the exercise bandwagon, there's no reason not to climb back on board once your post-holiday routine is established. Then you'll find you'll stride back again, and before you know it, you're going to be hitting your goals. All right, so that is it for this episode of your holiday fitness programming. And I want to make sure you guys have an absolute enjoy time with your holiday season. Just make sure that you take care of yourself first. Keep yourself healthy and happy. Bye.
Thanks so much for spending your time with the Momma Fit Podcast. Dana is so happy to share her tips and tricks with you. If you loved this podcast, we'd be so happy if you could share this episode with your friends and family. Also, if you have time, please leave us a review of your honest thoughts and reflections of the podcast on iTunes or our app. We'd be so grateful. If you have any topic or suggestion that you want answered, leave those in the comments below and make sure that you fit in your Momma Fit time.